Have you ever wondered why so many Japanese people live well into their 90s and beyond, staying active, flexible, and full of energy, while the rest of us start feeling creaky and stiff by our 60s? I mean, picture this. A 92-year-old grandma in Okinawa bending down to tend her garden without a single groan, or an 85-year-old grandpa strolling up steep hills like it's no big deal. It's not just genetics or diet, though that miso soup and green tea sure help. It's about these tiny, everyday habits they've mastered over generations. And today, I'm spilling the beans on one that's so simple, yet so powerful, that Japanese seniors over 60 swear by it. It's not some intense workout or fancy gym routine. It's a set of gentle bedtime movements you can do right from your bed or floor, no equipment needed. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to try them yourself, and trust me, your body will thank you tomorrow morning. Let's dive in. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we talk all things health and fitness, especially for those of us who want to age like fine wine, strong, vibrant, and full of life. If you're new here, I'm your host, and I love sharing practical tips that actually work based on real traditions from around the world. Today, we're focusing on Japan, a country famous for its longevity. Did you know that Japan has one of the highest life expectancies on the planet? According to stats from the World Health Organization, the average Japanese person lives to about 84 years, and in places like Okinawa, it's even higher, with more centenarians per capita than anywhere else. But it's not just about living long, it's about living well. These folks aren't bedridden or relying on canes, they're out there dancing, gardening, and enjoying life. So, what's their secret? Well, part of it comes down to daily rituals that keep their bodies supple and their minds sharp. And one of the simplest is this bedtime routine of 5 gentle movements inspired by traditional Japanese practices. Think of it as your nightly reset button, helping to unwind tension from the day, improve circulation, boost flexibility, and even promote better sleep. No, it's not yoga or tai chi exactly, though it shares some vibes. It's more like a blend of mindful stretches and flows that anyone can do, even if you're over 60 and haven't exercised in years. Before we get into the moves, let's chat about why this matters, especially if you're watching this and thinking, hey, I'm starting to feel those aches in my back or knees. As we age, our muscles tighten up, joints get stiffer, and balance can become a real issue, leading to falls or just that general feeling of being old. But Japanese culture emphasizes prevention over cure. They believe in harmony, balancing the body and mind through small, consistent actions. These bedtime movements aren't about building six-pack abs. They're about maintaining mobility so you can keep doing the things you love, like playing with grandkids or taking that evening walk. Studies from places like the Japanese Ministry of Health show that regular gentle exercise like this can reduce the risk of chronic pain, improve sleep quality, and even lower blood pressure. Plus, doing them before bed helps release endorphins, those feel-good chemicals that melt away stress. Imagine waking up feeling looser, more energized, and ready to tackle the day instead of groaning as you roll out of bed. Sound good? Alright, let's break it down step by step. I'll describe each movement clearly, so you can follow along. If you're watching this at night, pause and try them right now. Remember, start slow, listen to your body, and if you have any medical conditions, chat with your doctor first. Okay, let's start with movement number 1, the wall legs elevation, or what some call the suage in that Japanese style. This one's super easy and feels amazing after a long day on your feet. All you need is a wall and a spot on the floor near it. Lie down on your back, scoot your buttocks about 6 inches away from the wall, and swing your legs up so they're resting straight against it. Your body should form an L shape, with your legs vertical and your torso flat on the ground. Don't worry if your knees are a bit bent at first, that's totally fine. Flexibility will come with time. Just relax there, arms by your sides or out like a T for extra shoulder opening. Now, breathe deeply, in through your nose and out through your mouth, counting to about 100 breaths, which is roughly 3 to 5 minutes. Feel the blood flowing back down from your legs, draining away any swelling or fatigue. This move is gold for circulation, especially if you deal with varicose veins or restless legs. Japanese seniors love it because it mimics the restorative poses in their traditional practices, helping to reset the nervous system for deep sleep. If your hamstrings are tight, Start with a shorter hold, like 2 minutes, and build up over a couple of weeks. Pro tip: pop a folded blanket under your hips for a gentle tilt. It enhances that drainage effect. You'll notice your legs feeling lighter almost immediately, and over time, it can even help with lower back pain by taking pressure off your spine. Moving right along to movement number 2, ankle and hip circles, or the K10 movement. This one's all about loosening up those lower body joints that get so stiff from sitting or standing all day. You can do this sitting on the edge of your bed or on the floor, whatever's comfy. Start with one leg extended out in front of you. Point your toes and make slow circles with your ankle, 10 clockwise, then 10 counterclockwise. Keep it smooth, no jerky motions. Imagine you're drawing perfect circles in the air. Switch to the other leg and repeat. Now, for the hips, lie back down, bend one knee, and hug it gently toward your chest with both hands. From here, make slow circles with that knee, rotating the hip joint, 5 clockwise and 5 the other way. Start small if it feels tight, and gradually make the circles bigger as your range improves. Switch legs and do the same. This whole thing takes maybe 5 minutes, but the benefits are huge. It lubricates the joints, improves mobility, and prevents that hip tightness that leads to sciatica or imbalance. In Japan, where people often sit on the floor or tatami mats, keeping hips flexible is key to everyday life. Seniors there swear by this to stay agile for activities like getting up from low seats without help. Add some gratitude reflection while you circle. Think about 3 things from your day that made you smile. It turns this into a mini meditation, calming your mind as you prep for bed. Now, onto movement number 3, the cat-cow undulation, which they call the Nikoi flow. This is a flowing sequence that wakes up your spine and gets everything moving like a gentle wave. Get on your hands and knees on the floor or even on your bed if it's firm enough, like you're about to crawl across the room. Make sure your wrists are under your shoulders and knees under your hips. As you inhale deeply, drop your belly toward the floor, lift your chest and tailbone up toward the ceiling. That's the cow position, arching your back downward. Then, as you exhale, round your spine up like an angry cat, tucking your chin to your chest and pulling your belly button in toward your spine. Flow back and forth like this, no pausing, just continuous motion for about 2 minutes. That's around 30 cycles if you're breathing normally. Start the movement from your tailbone and let it ripple up through each vertebra to your neck, then reverse it on the way back. It's like being seaweed swaying in ocean currents. Keep it fluid and natural. If your wrists are sensitive, drop to your forearms or pad your palms with a towel. It'll get easier as you build strength over a week or 2. This move is fantastic for spinal health, which is crucial as we age since a stiff spine can lead to posture problems and back pain. Japanese elders incorporate flows like this to maintain that core stability, helping with balance and preventing falls. You'll feel your whole back loosening up, and it even massages your internal organs gently, aiding digestion before bed. Alright, movement number 4, the lying spinal twist or ninja pose. This one's a twist that releases tension from your back and sides, like wringing out a sponge. Lie flat on your back, bend both knees, and plant your feet on the floor. Let both knees drop slowly to one side while keeping your shoulders glued to the ground. Don't let them lift. Extend your arms out like a T to anchor yourself. Hold this for about 90 seconds, breathing deeply into the stretched side of your rib cage, imagining it expanding like a balloon. Then, switch to the other side and repeat. If your knees don't touch the floor, no worries. Use a pillow between them for support to keep your pelvis aligned and avoid straining your lower back. Set a timer if you need to, but try to resist switching early. That deep hold is where the magic happens. This twist detoxifies the spine, improves digestion, and calms the nervous system, which is why it's a bedtime favorite. In traditional Japanese wellness, twists like this are used to balance energy flow, or ki, helping you sleep more soundly. Seniors over 60 find it especially helpful for relieving built-up stress from the day, whether from work or just daily life. Over time, it'll increase your rotational mobility, making things like turning to look behind you while driving way easier. Finally, movement number 5, the seated forward fold, known as the Zen stretch. Sit on the floor with your legs straight out in front of you. If the floor's too hard, use a folded blanket under your sitting bones for comfort. Keep your spine tall, like there's a string pulling the top of your head upward. Then, slowly walk your hands forward along your legs, letting gravity pull you down gently. No bouncing or forcing it, just breathe and sink a little deeper with each exhale. Hold for 2 to 3 minutes, counting to 100 breaths if that helps. If you can only reach your knees at first, that's perfect, start where you are. This stretch targets your hamstrings, calves, and back, releasing tightness that accumulates from sitting or walking. Japanese culture values this kind of forward bend for its calming effect on the mind, almost like a meditative pose that signals to your body it's time to wind down. Elders swear by it for better flexibility and reduced lower body pain, allowing them to stay active without those nagging aches. Do this last to seal in all the relaxation from the previous moves. Phew, there you have it, the 5 bedtime movements that Japanese seniors over 60 rely on to stay limber, pain-free, and full of vitality. But don't just take my word for it. Try incorporating them into your routine for a week and see how you feel. Start with shorter holds if needed, and build up gradually. Consistency is key here. It's not about perfection, but about showing up for yourself every night. Imagine the compound effect over months: better sleep, fewer aches, more energy during the day. And if you're thinking, but I'm not flexible enough, remember, these are designed for beginners and seniors, so you're exactly the right audience. Let's talk a bit about the science behind this. Gentle stretching before bed increases blood flow to muscles, which helps repair tiny tears from daily activity. It also activates the parasympathetic nervous system, that's your rest and digest mode, lowering cortisol levels so you fall asleep faster. Research from the University of Tokyo shows that older adults who do similar routines have better joint range of motion and lower inflammation markers. Plus, in Japan, community exercise like radio taiso, those morning broadcasts, extends to personal habits like these, fostering a culture of lifelong movement. If you combine this with a healthy diet, think lots of fish, veggies, and fermented foods like natto, you're basically hacking the longevity code. I want to share a quick story to inspire you. I read about this 88-year-old woman in Kyoto who attributes her ability to still teach ikebana, flower arranging, to nightly stretches like these. She says it's not about pushing hard but listening to your body and honoring it with gentle care. That's the Japanese way, harmony over hustle. If she can do it, so can you. And hey, if you're dealing with specific issues like arthritis or hip replacements, modify as needed. For example, do the twists or folds seated in a chair if getting on the floor is tough. To make this even more effective, pair it with some breathing techniques. Throughout each move, focus on deep belly breaths. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale for 4. This oxygenates your tissues and amplifies the relaxation. Also, create a ritual around it. Dim the lights, play some soft ambient music, maybe even sip on chamomile tea beforehand. Turn your bedroom into a Zen zone. If you're over 60 or caring for someone who is, this routine could be a game changer. It addresses common aging challenges like poor balance, which leads to falls, the #1 injury for seniors. By strengthening your core and improving proprioception, that's your body's sense of position, you're building a safety net. And for women going through menopause or postmenopause, these moves can help with hormonal balance by reducing stress. Let's address some common myths. Some people think exercise before bed keeps you awake, but gentle stuff like this actually does the opposite. It's not cardio, it's restorative. Another myth: you need to be flexible to start. Nope. These movements meet you where you are and gently expand your limits. And if you're worried about time, the whole routine takes 15 to 20 minutes tops. I've been trying these myself lately, even though I'm not quite 60 yet, and wow, my lower back feels so much better. No more waking up stiff. If you've got stories like that, drop them in the comments. I love hearing how these tips work for you. Wrapping this up, remember, aging doesn't have to mean slowing down. With simple habits like these bedtime movements, you can embrace your golden years with grace and strength, just like those inspiring Japanese elders. So, give it a go tonight and let me know how it feels. If you enjoyed this video and want more tips on health, fitness, and aging well, hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. And in the comments below, tell me, What's one movement you're excited to try first? Or share your own bedtime routine. Let's build a community of vibrant, healthy folks right here. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay strong,